I want us to get to know each other a little bit, so I'm doing the 5 random facts about me tag, and you guys should comment down below and tell me a random fact about you, or if you want to do a 5 or 2 or 3, however many you want. First question is, what parent are you more like? So I would say it's tricky because profession-wise, I'm more like my mom, but a lot of like quirks and personality traits would come from my dad. So as far as outgoingness and like, I don't know, being extroverted, I'm more like my mom in that sense, but a lot of my dad's quirks have been passed down onto me, and they're like little things that are kind of hard to explain, but like kind of some of my humor or the way I analyze things and the way I look at the world and the way I act in romantic relationships are very similar to my dad. Second question, what's something you wish you were gifted at doing? My mom put me in lessons when I was little, and I was just too stupid to realize how beneficial those lessons would be for me. Piano. I wish I could play piano. I can play one Taylor Swift song, which you guys should guess down below which Taylor Swift song you think it is. I can play one Taylor Swift song on the piano, but other than that, I can't really play piano. And there's so many times it would have come in handy. I was just being stupid young Monica thinking, I'll never need piano, and I definitely did. Third question, what's the first book you remember reading? And I'm going to assume that means like not picture book or not like little kid book. The first book I remember reading, like a chapter book. Fun fact about me, I hated reading. It was like, you give me a book, I'm going to chuck it across the room because I don't want anything to do with that. But there's this little thing called Harry Potter that came into my life and literally changed my life. Like, I love reading now because of Harry Potter. So J.K. Rowling, I have to give her props because there's no way I would be able to read as many scripts as I do and enjoy it, which is part of my profession, if it were not for her and her books. Like, I was like, I'm never gonna like reading. And like, actually, that wasn't the first book I read. It was the first book I remember reading and liking because my mom made me read books, and I remember reading Indian in the Cupboard and hating it. But I probably would like it now because it's probably a good book. I was just being bitter and dumb. But yeah, Harry Potter. If you guys have read Harry Potter, I've read Harry Potter through 7 times now, I think. Fourth question, what was your first job? And my first job, I believe, was being a janitor. I mean, babysitter, but I'm not really counting that. But like, for like talking technical job, it would be a janitor. I was a janitor slash secretary slash organizer slash I also taught, or like assistant taught. And I did this at my school and my after school performing arts thing that I did. And I did this because classes are expensive, and taking all of the dance classes that I was, going to ballet 2 times a day and then having a jazz and a tap class and a modern and throwing in hip hop in there, and then taking, 2 acting classes and 2 vocal classes, and like, it was expensive. And with my busy schedule, like, I couldn't get a normal job. So, or like a fast food job, which most people my age would probably get. So instead, and I started taking them before I was 16, so it's like, how do I make enough to pay for all of this? So I became a janitor. So I'd get up at like 4 in the morning, head on over to my school. I would clean the toilets, and so it's like, as all the students are arriving, I'm like in my little janitor get up with my bucket, and it was, I think work is work. So if you are a janitor or something that is, deemed as not as classy, like, who cares? Like, if you're working, that's awesome. So I was just lucky to even have a job. And like, I am fortunate enough to be in the place where I don't have to do that anymore, and I don't have to clean toilets except my own. But, you know, I think if you want something, work for it. And it doesn't matter what other people think of your job. Yeah. Janitor. Toilet cleaner. Last and final question is, how many boyfriends have you had? And y'all probably know that I am now engaged to be married, or less than 2 months away. But I've only had one, and that is the boy I am marrying, which maybe sounds a little crazy, but I didn't date until I was, well, really 17, I think. I didn't date until I was 17, and even then I didn't really start dating until I was like 19. And then once I started dating, I dated a lot. I dated a lot of guys to kind of, you know, figure out what I liked, because I didn't know what I wanted in a guy. And I am the person that believes that you don't get in a relationship just to get in a relationship. I know a lot of people that do that, and I feel like it's not really fair to the other person. I think relationships should be things that you see having potential, as opposed to just, oh, you know, a convenient makeout, because I just don't think that's fair, and I think that's kind of superficial. So I didn't get a relationship till I was sure that it was someone I could see myself committing to. And it's not like I knew I was going to marry him when I became boyfriend girlfriend with him, but it was certainly someone I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to break up with you in a month. You know what I mean? So I didn't get into an official relationship. I dated a lot of great guys, but they just weren't the right fit. I hope you enjoyed the little last minute Q&A. I've got a music video for Light the World coming out like this coming week, so come back for that. I've been vlogging my whole wedding process, so I cannot wait until I can post all of them to kind of show you the behind the scenes of getting a custom wedding dress and custom suits and the floral design and all of these exciting things, and some tips and the little bumps that I'm learning as I'm going through this process, because I've never planned a wedding before, and I want to take you guys with me. Alright, comment down below something random about you. Tell me if you're excited for Christmas, and I'll see you guys later. Thing is, I hope you enjoyed that little last minute. Let's get to know each other a little bit and have a random. Let's get to know each other a little bit and do the 5 random facts about me tag.